consulting company. You notice that your subordinates are often talking to each other and using their phones during work hours. This has not majorly affected deadlines yet, and it's also resulted in a happier work environment. Would you address the workers in this situation, and if so, how?
So, my name's Sam. The question is, my subordinates are on their phones and they're talking, and but it's not affecting work just yet. When I talk to them about it, I would say that if it wasn't a problem just yet, I probably wouldn't do anything about it because we all know that an 8-hour workday can be tedious. And so sometimes having a mental break for a couple minutes might be nice and keep you on task. But I guess if it became a problem, then absolutely we would get down to it. I guess it also depends on what kind of work you're doing. So if you're on a factory floor and operating machinery, you should not be on your phone, and that's an issue. But if I'm sitting at my desk and I work on a computer all day, looking at my phone for a minute or two, I wouldn't say is a problem. So, and then how would I address it? Probably kind of like Andrew was saying, sit down and talk to them and just get their opinion on it. And obviously if it's a safety concern or it's affecting work, then it is a problem that needs to be solved. But if I wanted to talk to them to prevent it from becoming a problem, then maybe a more casual talk about, hey, you know, you might need to cut your time back, or like we have, you know, put a timeout where you can, like, okay, you can take a 10-minute break every so often, something like that, something procedurally done for that. Yes, James.
If it became an issue, you'd sit them down and ask their opinion on it?
No, if it was not an issue, but I could see it becoming an issue later on, I would talk to them about it. If it's a problem, like I said, it needs to be solved at that point.
Well, I guess my question is, like, it seems like an odd thing to like have their opinion on. Like, it's not like a safety, or if it wasn't a safety thing.
Well, seeing your point of view from your talk earlier, no, I'm messing with you. Like I said, I think it's important to have them be heard if it's not a problem. But the line in the sand is if it is a problem or it isn't, and I see it becoming one in the future. So obviously, like we said, with the factory floor, if there's safety concerns and you need to have your full attention on what you're working on at the time, that's a problem that needs to stop, and maybe we can figure something out for you.
I think this question is, if it is a problem.
If it is a problem, would I take their opinion on the matter? I would say probably not. I guess it also depends on the problem itself. I'm trying to think of an example where it is a problem, but it's not dangerous.
I guess like not meeting deadlines.
Yeah, so I guess for not meeting deadlines, then it is a problem at that point, and trying to think. So yeah, I would probably 80-60 opinion thing at that point. But I think more for the opinion is it's not a problem right now, but I can see it being one in the future. Or like the amount of time that I see them spending on their phone is increasing by the day, or Yes.
Do you think a positive, happy work environment, work culture is more important sometimes than, say, maybe, okay, not a major deadline, but maybe say if you said, okay, I want to have these drawings done by the end of the day, but it's really not a huge deal if they're not. Do you think in that case that work culture is more important?
So I believe that work culture is very important, because if you're getting burnt out at work, then your work is going to reduce and the quality of it is going to suffer as well. So keeping a positive work environment is important, but I would say that at the end of the day, it is work. So if you're doing stuff that I would call like out of the pocket, where this isn't a character of coming to work, then still I would say that it would become a problem if I asked you to get something done and you couldn't do it in the deadline I gave you. Anyone else? All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sam.